Oye, gordo, ya estoy harta. Don Pancho nos volvió a subir la renta.
¿Qué? ¿Otra vez? No puede ser. Ya solo trabajo para pagar la renta.
Ay, gordo, ¿qué vamos a hacer ahora?
Ay, es que, pues no sé. Está requete bien difícil para sacar un crédito. Oiga, compadre, disculpe que me meta, pero debería ir con promotoría Tóxica. Ellos están dando muchas oportunidades para que adquiera un terrenito o una casa y solo necesita pagar un pequeño enganche.
Júrale, compadre, eso suena requete bien. ¿Ya viste, gordo? Vamos de una vez.
Pues vamos. No esperemos más. A lo que nos cruje. Vamos, compadre.
Pues vamos, pues.
Si una casa quieres construir, un terreno debes adquirir. Con Promotoría SIC lo puedes conseguir. Aprovecha nuestras ofertas de septiembre y por solo 5,000 pesitos o 100,000 de enganche, obtén tu terreno o tu casa. Ya no pagues más renta, invierte en tu patrimonio. Llama ya al 771-718-8713. Promotoría SIC.
En Lengua Tóxica tenemos lo que tú necesitas: arte, cultura, deporte, diversión. Ven, acércate con nosotros. lenguatoxica.com y lenguatoxicaradio.com.
Remoja,
Talla
y pon a secar tus ideas en
Lavadero de Opiniones
con Jorge Castillo,
por Lengua Toxica Radio.
todos los lunes a las 8 de la noche.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Mr. George Martinez Castillo, and thank you for your invitation. So, I'm Louva Hianja. I'm a poet from Madagascar. Let me introduce you my country, Madagascar. Madagascar is an island into the Indian Ocean, and it is the fifth largest island from the world. Madagascar is situated on southeastern of Africa and separated by Mozambique Channel from Africa about 400 kilometers. So our capital is Antananarivo. Moreover, we have 3 languages. So we have Malagasy language as our mother tongue, and we have 2 French like our official language, and on the last we have English language. Let me talk about me. As I said you recently, I'm Louva Hianja. I'm a Malagasy poet, and I started write since my childhood. I read in Malagasy, in French, and in English too. I have published a collection of my poems, the first, with 112 pages on 2019 in Paris. So it's a pleasure for me to share you some of them here. Thank you. The winter is coming fast. I'm sitting near the fair, which gives me arm. Oh, myself, take care. I feel so cold, but the fair arms me up. I miss you well, don't give me up. The woods burn slowly, and I think about my life. The flames are very pretty. The sparks light up my eyes. The fairs crack softly like the ray of the day, a real magic beauty which take my breath away. Everywhere I look for you, but I can never find you. I run and chase you, but I'm still behind you, like a shadow of light, waiting for daybreak. hoping to meet you someday all along my hard way. I need you to shine my life again. I need you and bury all my pain. I need you to share your heart again. I need you to erase my tears again. My love, today you offer me your love. It's more expensive than anything else. Thank you to you and thanks to my God. What kind of day? It's very nice. And happy I feel your love. Beside my heart there's something too. Nobody can explain it except God. Oh, it's my love for you. Darling, our love is so precious. It's a real present to our life. Oh, my King, Lord is good. Yes, He loves us freely, without price. I don't know what to say, but I'm happy to meet you. My heart is beating inside. Why? I hope that you feel it too. I don't know what to do more. What happens to me? This sensation has never appeared before. Maybe you're blind at me, I see. But I don't know what to think. I become so little in this world. You're here, my land is big. And I want to say only, I love you. I don't know what decide is. I want to yell outside. My walking doesn't recede. It's time to express this emotion in chat. Thank you.
Of English speakers homemade web radio, and we are very happy to have you here. Last program we have I'm sorry. I was tasting sound. I'm sorry. I was going to say that I'm very happy. Last program we had a very good guest. Teacher Moises Gonzalez was here, and he was talking with us about the difficulties of learning English and how it is for him to be a teacher. He told us he also knows one native language from Mexico. We have 64 languages. Tell us in your countries how many languages are there. Okay, I missed last program to send regards to Josué Aspeitia, Annie Nájera, Diego Chagoyas, and Louva Hianja. And that's how our poetess Louva Hianja, that's her nickname. And we have just heard about her. I think I don't know if it just sounds well. You can tell us, please. Did you hear well the poems? Well, can we put the presentation, please, on me? There it is already. Okay. Well, I was gonna tell you POIESIS. I decided to title this program POIESIS and English Knowledge. Why? Well, I'm going to tell you. According to dictionary.com, POIESIS is a combining form meaning, making formation, used in the formation of compound words, like hematopoiesis. Here it is used as a suffix, but I want to tell you something very particular. Poiesis is the root, the etymology of poetry, which is one of our topics in this program. And poiesis, the original meaning of poiesis before poetry, it was just creation. So I am the idea that I want to transmit in this program is that uh, knowledge learning is creating. So you have to make all your knowledges yours, so you can express your own ideas, your own self. And you don't see English learning just like a requisite or something compulsory, but you can make it also something joyful. So please on me next. We have outlined an agenda for this session. We would like you to talk with us. If you are watching, if you're listening, please comment, talk to us. First, we have heard Louva Hianja's poetry, a little bit of it. We have heard this. Did you identify some topics? I think there are universal emotions that we can share, and love is one of them, of course. And just as far as I heard, uh, some part of her poems were dedicated to love. So that's very enthusiastic. Imagine yourselves when you have some feeling for someone and you want to tell it. Uh, Maybe you can try to do it in English. Besides, we are using this space to meet, to contact with other people and know each other around the world. So in the case of Yanjas, she is from Madagascar. If you see, it is a little southeast from the lowest part of Africa. Mhm. It has beautiful shores, beautiful landscapes, vegetation, a lot of variety of precious animals. So as you see, it's very beautiful. Their principal languages are Malagasy and French. So our friend is also an English learner, an English speaker who has made the effort to learn this language, and so she has translated or she has shared with us some of her work in English. So we are very grateful with her. And Zombie, please, ¿puedes poner el video otra vez, Zombie? I'm going to invite you to hear again Louva Hianja's for you to be able to make a judgment about us. Tell us if you don't understand something, or tell us also what you understand. Adelante, Zombie.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, Mr. George Martinez Castillo, and thank you for your invitation. So, I'm Louva Hianja. I'm a poet from Madagascar. Let me introduce you my country, Madagascar. Madagascar is an island into the Indian Ocean, and it is the fifth largest island from the world. Madagascar is situated on southeastern of Africa and separated by Mozambique Channel from Africa about 400 kilometers. So our capital is Antananarivo. Moreover, we have 3 languages. So we have Malagasy language as our mother tongue, and we have 2 French like our official language, and on the last we have English language. Let me talk about me. As I said you recently, I'm Louva Hianja. I'm a Malagasy poet, and I started write since my childhood. I write in Malagasy, in French, and in English too. I has published a collection of my poems, the first, with 112 pages on 2019 in Paris. So it's a pleasure for me to share you some of them here. Thank you. Winter. The winter is coming fast. I'm sitting near a fair, which gives me armth. Oh, myself, take care. I feel so cold that the fair arms me up. I miss you well, don't give me up. The woods burn slowly, and I think about my life. The flames are very pretty. The sparks light up my eyes. The fairs crack softly like the ray of the day. A real magic beauty which take my breath away. Everywhere I look for you, but I can never find you. I run and chase you, but I'm still behind you, like a shadow of light, waiting for daybreak, hoping to meet you someday, all along my hard way. I need you to shine my life again. I need you and bury all my pain. I need you to share your heart again. I need you to erase my tears again. My love, today you offer me your love. It's more expensive than anything else. Thank you to you and thanks to my God. What kind of day, it's very nice. And happy I feel your love. Beside my heart there's something too, nobody can explain it except God. Oh, it's my love for you. Darling, our love is so precious. It's a real present to our life. Oh, my King, Lord is good. Yes, He loves us freely, without price. I don't know what to say, but I'm happy to meet you. My heart is beating inside. Why? I hope that you feel it too. I don't know what to do more. What happens to me? This sensation has never appeared before. Maybe you're blind at me, I see. But I don't know what to think. I become so little in this world. You're here, my land is big. And I want to say only, I love you. I don't know what this side is. I want to yell outside. My walking doesn't recede. It's time to express this emotion in chat. Thank you.
Did you hear it? I think this time it was a little more clear because I think this time it was because I think we had some audio problems before, so it's okay. I invite you to meet our Facebook page, English Speakers. You can find it like English Speakers Web Radio, Facebook/English Speakers Web Radio. And there you have a button, so you can communicate with me. And you can also write there about your comments about Hianja's poetry. If you have to tell her something. Um, also, you are all invited to introduce yourselves, to share something you have done, even if it's not poetry. But we would like to know you. I know there are African friends who have watched us, African Asian friends, and I am very glad with you. So I hope you communicate with us. There is the WhatsApp button, or by the Facebook Messenger also, so you can collaborate with us. Let the world and let us meet you. We are from Mexico. We normally speak Spanish, and well, you have seen. Now we know Malagasy poet Hianja. Unlike her, we also can meet any other people. So uh, I invite you to join us and also share your content, also share your words. Siguiente zombie, please. Okay. So now I want to make mention in this second program about the common European uh, framework of reference. This is a guide for us to be able to track our English proficiency. So we have an idea how much we still have to learn. For example, this program, I think it is appropriate for B1 level to C2. B1, B2, C1, C2. You're invited to join us. Also, if you are an English speaker, I think we can share a lot of ideas. You can maybe clarify us something. You can share something with us, and we would have an original input, invaluable. But rather than a class, it's more like a community what we want to make. But also in this idea of improving our skills, especially speaking and listening. So look, in this level 1 intermediate, I'd say I can understand simple text on familiar topics, and I am beginning to be able to express myself clearly. In this phase, of course, it is very important to start to pay attention to audios, to input audios, especially original audios. So we start to identify a lot of vocabulary that we don't know. We can investigate, and we can start to develop the skill that even if we don't know the word, when we listen some words, I'm sorry, I gotta run out of audio. I'm sorry. I was telling you, if you listen a word that you know, but you figure out how to write it, so you can look for it and investigate it. And from then on, it's all like a matter of habit. In B2 level, I can understand the main ideas in text and videos on a range of topics. I can express my ideas clearly. So from B1, we have to be here in B2. So we are more able to understand and to also express. And from then on, everything is improving, everything is getting better. The range of text you understand must be wider. Above all, because there are some words that are like used by a specialist, but we are also compelled to understand that. Okay. Next, please, Zombie. I was remembering, as I told you, our first program we had with our godfather teacher, Moises Gonzalez, and we were talking last time, if you remember, that precisely original language is very important. Original input, sorry. And I was telling you that I am inspired in this podcast, all ears English podcast. That's the right name. The last time I didn't see it, I didn't say it very well. And you can find them on ivox.com. IVOOX.com. Dot is like punto in Spanish or uh, point in English. Well, it is similar. Okay, so in ivox.com you can find all your English podcasts. And these pair of girls are very encouraging, very motivating because uh, they let you know that you don't have to worry in the real world when you're gonna try to make some communication. And it doesn't always have to be perfect. The most important is that you get understood. So in this case, I think like when I was watching Yanja's poems, she was also using emphasis. So it helps a lot for us to understand when words are emphasized because we also try to pronounce them like a little better. Also, corporal language is very useful. When she said, "I don't know what to think, but I feel it in my heart," and she take her hand to her chest. Everything, every all that resources help us to understand each other. So you can try it also. And well, I recommend you to visit this podcast. It has many topics on slang, slang language. Uh, Maybe some tips uh, about native language. So it's very useful. Those are things that we are not commonly taught in school, and this is something that we can take advantage of. Siguiente zombie, por favor. But what we were talking with teacher Moises Gonzalez was that we can and we should. It's also a very good tip. Like listen and read at the same time, so you can not get lost. And in this case, I find this podcast that I really love a lot. It is titled Literature and History, and you can find it in the internet, like literatureandhistory.com, and you will see this screen. This is the main screen. Here up, you have the menu, and you have a lot of resources here. You can also collaborate with the podcast if you want. And here in episodes, you click there. Siguiente por fin, zombie. And well, you will see all the episodes of the podcast. They all are very interesting topics, even if you're a native speaker. I guess this is all interesting for you. However, uh, it is our Western culture has legacy, so we have to know about all of this. And as you see here, you have the option for listening, but also for reading. So perhaps in two taps, you could listen for one side and also read the transcription. You will find out sometimes when we try to make transcriptions of some audio or of some speech. Sometimes we may miss some words, or maybe there are some alterations, but also that's very interesting because that show us like alternatives for saying the same thing. And by listening and reading to episodes of this podcast, that's how I have learned myself some of these alternatives. I don't have a precise example right now, but I just invite you to check it out. All right. So you can take teacher Moises' advice as we talked about the last program. You can read, you can listen, you can read, and above all, you can also get informed about something else. And what we talked between teacher Moises and I was that English learning shouldn't be a target, but the mean to make more things. It also, I also want to say that learning a language is not just learning grammar or learning the equivalents words for such or such meaning, but it is to learn a culture. So it is very interesting how this podcast can make us uh, a lot of profit, and I love it. I recommend you a lot to check it out. Siguiente, por favor, zombie. This is an example of the first episode. Mhm. Another very particular characteristic of this podcast and this page is that there is also a very good distribution of the text. So you might not just learn to listen better, but also to use different types of words to make also that different emphasis. If it's clear what you see, it might also be clear what you have in your mind, and your expressions also should be clearer. So that's all like a discipline. That's right. Well, that's the input I wanted to share with you. Mhm. All Ears English podcast, literature and history podcast. I also wanted to share Louva Hianja's poetry, our Malagasy poet friend. And once more, I invite you to send your own videos to me, to communicate by WhatsApp button in English Speakers Web Radio Facebook page, and we will be very very glad to present you here. We have for the next program an African boy who makes hip hop from Nigeria. So that's amazing. That's amazing. I will be very very happy to share with you also. But as I invite you, let's grow this community and help us yourself to make this connection with the world, so we can help other people to learn English as well as you do. All right. Well, Somi, ¿puedes poner otra vez el video, porfis? I'm gonna beg you, please listen again to Janja's poetry and to her presentation. So if you didn't understand something, we can clarify it later. Okay. I also want to commend you that.
Good morning, Mr. George Martinez Castillo, and thank you for your invitation. So, I'm Louva Hianja. I'm a poet from Madagascar. Let me introduce you my country, Madagascar. Madagascar is an island into the Indian Ocean, and it is the fifth largest island from the world. Madagascar is situated on southeastern of Africa and separated by Mozambique Channel from Africa about 400 kilometers. So our capital is Antananarivo. Moreover, we have 3 languages. So we have Malagasy language as our mother tongue, and we have 2 French like our official language, and on the last we have English language. Let me talk about me. As I said you recently, I'm Louva Hianja. I'm a Malagasy poet, and I started write since my childhood. I read in Malagasy, in French, and in English too. I has published a collection of my poems, the first with 112 pages on 2019 in Paris. So it's a pleasure for me to share you some of them here. Thank you. Winter. The winter is coming fast. I'm sitting near the fire, which gives me armth. Oh, myself, take care. I feel so cold that the fire arms me up. I miss you well, don't give me up. The woods burn slowly, and I think about my life. The flames are very pretty. The sparks light up my eyes. The fires crack softly, like the ray of the day. A real magic beauty, which take my breath away. Everywhere I look for you, but I can never find you. I run and chase you, but I'm still behind you, like a shadow of light, waiting for daybreak, hoping to meet you someday, all along my hard way. I need you to shine my life again. I need you and bury all my pain. I need you to share your heart again. I need you to erase my tears again. My love, today you offer me your love. It's more expensive than anything else. Thank you to you and thanks to my God. What kind of day, it's very nice. And happy I feel your love. Beside my heart there's something too, nobody can explain it except God. Oh, it's my love for you. Darling, our love is so precious. It's a real present to our life. Oh, my King, Lord is good. Yes, He loves us freely, without price. I don't know what to say, but I'm happy to meet you. My heart is beating inside. Why? I hope that you feel it too. I don't know what to do more. What happens to me? This sensation is never appeared before. Maybe you're blind at me, I see. But I don't know what to think. I become so little in this world. You're here, my land is pink. And I want to say only, I love you. I don't know what this side is. I want to yell outside. My walking doesn't recede. It's time to express this emotion in chat. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We have just heard Hianja again, and I want you. I was. Have you heard the expression thinking aloud. That's when you say something, but it's something that you were thinking that you didn't mean to say that. Well, I was thinking by moving. Well, I was counting because I am thinking that French has any languages have different types of accents. In Spanish, we can have words who sound stronger in the last syllable or in the middle or before before the second syllable. I mean the third syllable from forward to backwards. Okay, so French is a language that most of their words have their accent in the last syllable. So I was noticing that it's something that happens to Janja that when she pronounces, she uh, she may she may put her accent in the last syllable. In English, I think that most words have their accent in the second syllable. So that's something just for you to think. How these comparisons help us not just to maybe pronounce better later, but also to learn from other languages. So in Spanish, we have those three accents. In English, I think that's more the second accent, the accent in the second syllable from forward to backwards. Though there are many words monosyllabic, so uh, it doesn't apply there, no? In Italian, for example, it is more useful, or it is not more useful, more frequent. The the accent in the third syllable uh, from uh, forward to backward. Sorry, I forgot the word. From forward to backward, Italian has is more frequent in the third. But well, so I just noticed that detail. Try to put the accent where it belongs, and try to separate it from the normal way that you pronounce. It's just a little advice. I thank a lot Louva Hianja for helping us, for sharing with us. I thank her very much. I hope I didn't know if we could make an interview, like if she could join us, live, because where she lives, uh, there is well, I mean, here is night, and in Madagascar, it is the other day, the next day, and it's in the morning. So, and it's I mean, it's very early in the morning, or I don't know. It's very early, or it's still. I mean, it would be inappropriate time for her, I think. But she sent us her videos, and that's a lot for us. We appreciate it a lot because she is one of our first audience. Mhm. So I invite you again to like our page. I am very happy because in the first program we made up the page, the Facebook page, and we had like 30 to 40 likes. We have a very good audience. Many people was very interested on what teacher Moses was going to say, and now we have almost like 84 to 90 likes. So I think that's very good. It's a very good growth for being our second program. So don't stop contacting us. Send your poems, send your videos. If you don't have any poem, but you want to tell us something about your community, your activities, your job, your hobbies, that will be very welcome. And maybe we could make some sort of chatting between us, so that we can practice and we can verify that we are really able to understand others, or to make ourselves being understood. That's very important. If you don't understand me, if you think that I mispronounce something, that would be also very helpful for me to hear from you. So visit our Facebook page, follow our publications, and follow our next programs. I think that it will be very good, very nice. And so by last, I want to present you. The team that is working, the team that we are working together for making this program possible. El siguiente, zombie en la 10. And here you can see, I am Jorge Castillo, but it is likely, it's like George in English. So names are not translated, but as a friend, you can call me George, like a nickname. And I am an English speaker that wants to contact with you, that wants to, more than teaching, I'm supposed to be a teacher, but I don't like the idea of pressing, or I don't know. I don't know. I don't like the normal teaching idea. I think that the best way for you and me to learn is to share ourselves, and to try to communicate however we can. And Zombie, my friend Zombie, is the Lengua Toxica Radio director. Lengua Toxica Radio director, Zombie. He's a very good friend, and he's leading Lengua Toxica, which is normally broadcasting in Spanish and has a very good variety of content. And I'm very thankful with him because we are going international with you. This is Leo. Leo is our producer. He's a very young man who is now working with Lengua Toxica Radio. We say in Spanish radio, but in English radio. So he is the producer, Leo. We thank you very much. And our today's guest, poet Louva Hianja. And I think that's all for today. We will continue to share more strategies, more tips with you. Maybe something more specific the next time. But don't forget, we have this section of poetry and people for us to know you, for us to know you, for we to know each other. So I ask you again, comment, visit, share with us, so we can take you internationally too with us for the world in English speakers homemade web radio. Hasta luego, nos vamos. Thank you very much. That's been everything for today. Dale, Zombie. la portada.